Hurry up! Burn it quickly! It is evidence against us!
Okay.
I am doing it!
Now flush it and wash this tray.
Yes!
No one will go there again. Let's close this chapter forever.
Okay.
In India, there is a social stigma of caste-based inequality and discrimination followed for centuries and centuries. Unfortunately, even with the world's biggest democracy, this stigma became more powerful than ever before in 21st century. Generations after generations, this stigma is passed on to society and mind of people from. Caste is the notion of the mind. The dominant humans feel the pride and dignity for their deadly deeds, while the stigmatized humans suffers with the scars of depression, discrimination, or even loses one's life like Dr. Payal Tadvi. Payal Tadvi, a 26-year-old second-year resident doctor at Payal Hospital, pursuing her master's degree in obstetrics and gynecology. She belonged to the scheduled Tadvi tribe, ST, from the state of Maharashtra. Upon completing her undergraduate degree, MBBS, at Government Medical College in Murai, Maharashtra, she moved to Mumbai where she went for her post-graduation studies at Payal Hospital. She was likely the first from her village and Bill community to pursue a degree in medical sciences. She was daughter of Ambedkar Tadvi and Salim Tadvi. Once Payal was born, the parents waited with bated breath for her to start walking. She was 9 months old when she took her first steps. Seeing Payal walk, encouraged brother Ritesh, who was not smooth at walking. He started attempting to stand. Payal was a source of inspiration to her family since her birth. She was interested in swimming, marathon and dancing. Dancing was her passion. While in school, she participated in auditions of TV reality show Dance India Dance. Despite all this, in her class 10th exams, Payal scored 87% and after class 12, appeared for multiple exams for engineering and medical. Ritesh's health problems prompted Payal's desire to become a doctor and help people. One day,
I sometimes worry about Ritesh. Who will carry Ritesh after us? How will he survive?
You don't have to worry, his sister is there. All my life, I will look after him, I promise you.
Some days later, Payal shows the common entrance test result to her parents.
I want to become a doctor.
To admit her in Government Medical College in Murai in 2011, her parents took a loan. Due to Ritesh's condition, father could not work much, but Payal was a ray of hope to Tadvi family after their retirement in a few years. As usual, other relatives were not keen about Payal's career choice, advising the Tadvis to get her married off. But her parents stood by their daughter to become a doctor. Still, with girls her age getting married, the mother was worried. In June 2014, when Payal was 21, her family introduced her to Salman during a wedding in Reva, Jalgaon. She was in her third year of MBBS at the time.
I am not ready for marriage, I want to complete my MBBS.
Look, I'm a doctor and you are too. I think things would work out for us.
2 months later, on Salman's birthday, phone bell rings.
Hello Payal.
Hello, happy birthday.
Thank you Payal.
I want to say one more thing.
Yes?
I would like to marry with you.
Wow, I am so happy. It is my happiest day. Thank you so much. Wow, I can't believe it.
They got engaged in December and married after her graduation in February 2016. After marriage, Salman returned to Mumbai, where he was a PG student of anesthesia at Chem Hospital. Payal joined Sangli Medical College to serve out the year-long compulsory bond with government hospitals. In 2017, she took up work as medical officer at the Tanora PHC, while preparing for the post-graduation entrance exam. According to her cousin Tanuja, one of the reasons Payal chose her own Taluka when she started work as a medical officer was that she wanted to work with tribals, many of whom remain apprehensive about formal medical care. So, every day, she would travel over 30 kilometers from home to Tanora, sometimes in a state transport bus, often riding her scooter, and drop in at Tanuja's home for lunch. She would discuss work with Tanuja, as she was very passionate about it. Her strong will, always reflected from her talk at the PHC. They vividly remember Payal, especially for convincing one tribal community Bill woman. This woman was severely anemic and refusing blood transfusion as advised Dr. Ajit Wadekar. But with Dr. Payal's intervention, explaining to patient's family in Bill language about the woman's condition helped the patient. Dr. Wadekar says the woman had a successful delivery, and she and her son continue to visit the PHC for checkups. In fact, he adds, during Payal's stint, the number of Adivasi patients coming to the centre rose substantially. She also went with polio teams to villages for immunization drives. The impact of her work can be felt till today, Dr. Wadekar says. The same year, Salman finished his PG and moved to Aurangabad to be close to her, where Payal was preparing for PG entrance examination. In their 2 years of marriage, they lived together for only those 6 months. In 2018, Salman got a job as a lecturer at Mumbai's Dr. Arankupa Hospital, and Payal got admission for post-graduation in the gynecology department of Mumbai's T.N. Topiwala National Medical College. Salman took a flat on rent basis near to Payal's college. With workload high, as a resident doctor, Payal could hardly leave the hospital and hence moved into a hostel. Now Payal was living in one of the most advanced city in the world, the Mumbai. There were 3 open category upper caste by birth. Resident seniors Dr. Hema Ahuja, Bhakti Mihori, and Ankita Kandalwal in the hospital came to know about Payal for having secured admission under reservation in scheduled tribe ST quota. So with the prejudice of caste in mind, that of dominating lower caste, the Payal Tadvi was most unwelcome admission. When Payal Tadvi came to Nair Hospital for her post-graduation, she was asked to temporarily share a room with Dr. Bhakti Mihori. She began harassing her. Doctor would go to the toilet and wipe her feet on her mattress and litter it. When Payal was aware about this, she started to sleep in hospital side room whenever she got time to relax. When she would be away, they would taunt badly on personal relations. Since then, these 3 senior students constantly harass Payal by hurling casteist slurs at her and keeping her away from important jobs and not allowing to meet family members. Payal had immense self-control, but her temperament was changed after PG admission. In December 2018, 6 months after she started her post-graduation at the BYL Nair Hospital, she told her husband Salman about her seniors' behavior. Salman told her to ignore them and study. That was their nature. We can't change it. We came here for study and not for war. Salman is always encouraging her confidence and supporting her. One day Payal broke down before Salman and her mother, who is taking radiotherapy treatment in same hospital for breast cancer, naming 3 seniors, Dr. Ankita Kandalwal, Dr. Hema Ahuja, and Bhakti Mihori, as constantly harassing her. She said she wouldn't go to work. Payal and her mother met third-year residents Dr. Surabhi and Dr. Davina. They made first complaint about the 3 senior girls to Surabhi and Davina, who assured them that they will tell those girls not to torture Payal and behave responsibly, but nothing has been done. Then Salman calls Payal's lecturer Dr. Savita Chauhan and inform her about ill treatment and harassment Payal facing. Dr. Savita assures Salman that she will take care of Payal and will talk to her 3 seniors about not to torture Payal. Payal joined the department but nothing has been changed. Payal and Salman met Payal's department head, Dr. S.D. Shirodkar to lodge a complaint. They explained the harassment and ill treatment Payal was facing by these 3 girls. They also requested to change the gynecology unit of Dr. Payal, where she was working with these 3 seniors. But Shirodkar had not changed Payal's unit. Instead of this, She transferred Payal to the pediatric ward for 2 months. As Payal's unit has not been changed by Ambedkar, after 2 months in the 19th of February, Payal was posted back to the old unit. Her 3 seniors reportedly started harassing her again, frequently scolding her over work, not allowing her to conduct deliveries, and threatening that they would not let her study. This time torture is increased because Payal has made several complaints. Rather, the torture increased after she returned. Payal and her close friend, repeatedly ill-treated and humiliated by the accused. They would be upset with Tadvi finishing her tasks quickly, and would purposely burden her. All 3 threatened to not give her any work, and said, "You are only worthy of clerical work." In the medical college, juniors learned from seniors that's why Payal kept silence over fight. One of the senior angrily throws file towards Payal, in front of patients and staff, and shout,
"You did a terrible mistake! You tribal people even don't know how to do clerical work!
But madam, I am not supposed to do this work.
Don't try to be over-smart! If not you, who will do this work, despite being from a lower caste, you are trying to be our equal!"
Quota people like you are good for clerical work only.
Why are you crying? Get lost from here.
In another instance of harassment, in March, though Tadvi had got permission, Bhakti made her turn back from Dada station for no reason, and ensured she could not attend a function at her husband's hospital. She added that, when there was less work, as the labour room was shut from January to March, Hema and Bhakti made Tadvi stand all day, leaving her in tears. In May 2019, new batch has joined. Now Payal became second-year resident, and these girls became third-year residents. On the 10th of May, at the beginning of her second year, Tadvi told her mother she was being overburdened with extra paperwork meant for the new batch and prevented from doing deliveries and surgeries. The threats, abuses, and humiliation had escalated. On the 13th of May, her family had complained against the 3 accused to Dr. Yi Qingling, head of the obstetrics gynecology department. On the 15th of May, Tadvi cried to her saying, when her mother had complained to unit head Dr. Qingling, she had responded, "Your daughter has complained on 2 occasions. If she is unable to handle the residency, take her home." Also, Ling advised the accused to be less harsh with the juniors, and told Tadvi and her colleague to work more diligently. As a result, for the next 2 days, the 3 accused seniors did not speak, abused her and threatened her on not clearing exams. Payal told her family on phone that the torture got worse after the complaint. They realized that the 3 seniors had the unit head support. The revenge and discrimination against Payal continued. On the 20th of May, the accused had removed Payal from the antenatal care ANC unit and moved her into a postnatal care PNC unit. ANC unit is where senior students are usually posted. PNC unit is where junior students are posted. The 3 accused seniors ensured that Payal would perform only minor work, while first-year students were asked to assist in deliveries. Payal, despite being in the second year, was not allowed to work. The 3 accused then replaced Payal Tadvi with her junior student. This incident affected her a lot. On the morning of the 22nd of May, she was scolded by the accused, in the presence of other staff and patients. The past incidents on the 20th of May, of replacing her with first-year junior students, and scolding in the morning hours of the 22nd of May, humiliated and affected Payal a lot. She was crying and nervous all the day. She called her mother at around afternoon 4 p.m. Her mother could understand that she was being tortured. She was crying so much, her mother told her that she will come from Jalgaon and take her back with her. But Payal didn't wait for her mother. The completely broken Payal is believed to have taken her life between 4:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. A CCTV footage from the passage outside Tadvi's hostel room identified Hema, Bhakti, and Ankita knocking door, but Payal was not opening door. During this time, these 3 girls continued knocking, shouting loudly at Payal's door. After 10 minutes, other students were gathered outside room and trying to open the door. When door opened, the Payal was no more. Then her body was taken to the trauma center.
Hurry up. burn it quickly. It is evidence against us.
Okay.
Hey! I am doing it!
Now flush it and wash this tray.
Yes!
No one will go there again. Let's close this chapter forever.
Okay.
There was no suicide note found. The absence of a suicide note had been a hindrance in the police's case. The photos of it were deleted from Payal's phone, but were retrieved by a forensic lab. Police believe that the original note, along with the photos, were destroyed by the accused. The police had earlier presented CCTV footage in court, showing them enter the room. The police claimed they were trying to destroy the suicide note and other evidence. The retrieved suicide note names the three accused and documents the harassment and casteist abuse that she faced from them over the past year to intimidate and isolate her at work. After the crime branch filed the charge sheet, the accused had spent a few months in jail and later got a bail. Court allowed them to continue with their studies and permitted them to stay in their respective native places on completion of their post-graduation. All this was allowed, even when the caste atrocity law doesn't have such provision. For her brother, Payal was an encouragement. For her parents, Payal was a ray of hope. For her husband, Payal was love at first sight. For her Tadvi Bil tribe, she was a symbol of reaching to the heights. Salman and Payal had dreamt of starting a hospital together in their hometown of Jalgaon. She had seen women die during delivery and wanted to help. Her surgical skills and my anesthesiology practice would have made for a good team. But these are just dreams now, Salman says.